go.
Hi, my name is Amanda Spangler, and I am here today with Charlie Denman, who is one of the two leading vocalists for East Texas Jazz Orchestra, along with Linda Hawley. And he has a lifelong career in blues, and we want to learn a lot more about that today. So, Charlie, tell us about yourself. What got you into blues?
Well, what do you want to hear first? I guess the beginning, huh?
Exactly, yeah.
Well, that was a long time ago, really. Started singing with a family group, quartet, spirituals, like a lot of us. And eventually it got serious with blues. Of course, blues was a no-no in the home. You know, Mom said, you can't sing blues. And, so I didn't sing blues unless I was outside, listening to the radio from outside, singing blues. But after I got into high school, started singing in Russ, Texas. I was born out in the country from Russ, moved to the city and went to high school, Russ, Bradford High School. And we had we didn't always have a band, but eventually we got a marching band, and the director was also a blues arranger. He'd worked with bands. He'd worked with Count Basie's band. I think that's correct. But anyway, he was good. He put together an orchestra, and I got the job singing with the orchestra.
How did that go? How did you get that job?
Accidentally, actually, because as I was forbidden to sing blues, so I was sitting out in the auditorium, and another singer was up singing with the orchestra, but his timing, he didn't know anything about time. He did, but he couldn't keep it. And I was singing along with the band out in the audience, and when he got off, the director would hear me, and he stopped the band, and he'd tell him, look, you're out of time. You got to stay in rhythm. The guy had a nice voice, but you know, rhythm is you got to stay with the time, with the beat.
Yeah.
So he started the band again, and they were going, and I was singing out in the audience, and he was listening, and he stopped. He said, "Who is that singing?" I went like, he said he knew who it was. It's come on up here and help him out. That's how I got the job with the band. Of course, the guy, it's hard to teach rhythm. It really is.
Not everybody
has
it.
Yeah, you know that. And so I got the job with the band, and we were doing all the tunes that were on the jukebox. You know, Big Joe Turner was a popular blues singer then. B.B. King was coming up, Bobby Blue Bland. Some of the people that didn't really make it real big, but they were on the jukebox, and they were big, you know, as far as we were concerned.
For folks at home, why was blues kind of a forbidden music back then?
It would just lead you into corruption, you know, singing in these clubs and juke joints and stuff, you know, all kind of things happened. Of course, it never happened to me. You know, I know.
Well, that's good. That's very good. But why did you love it, despite?
Well, I couldn't help it. I just, you know, I love blues and jazz and all music. And of course, I heard a lot of country and did, you know, whatever I liked. And of course, pop, Nat King Cole, Perry Como, Bing Crosby. You know, we listen to everybody on the radio. And of course, we had the jukebox with mostly blues and groups like the Platters, the Flamingos way back, the Coasters.
Nice.
You never heard of that?
No, I've heard of them. I've heard of them.
Yeah, because they're still around, some of them.
Oh yeah, definitely. So what just shot off your career? What was that shining moment in which you were going to be paid for a gig, and it was going to be, that was the moment that you decided, this is what I want to do?
Well, I actually got paid in high school.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah, I got paid in high school. We played for dances and proms and those, didn't get a lot of money. But back then, no one was getting a lot of money for, you know. Yeah, but yeah, we actually made some money.
Okay.
$5, $10, 15, big money then.
Hey,
for a
and
school
it's
kid.
still big money to a lot of people.
Well, yeah, yeah.
So, when did you decide this is what I want to do?
Well, I went in the military, and of course it was peacetime, so didn't go any farther than California. And military to me was just like an 8 to 5 job. And so you go to work, and if you don't have like we call duty, your regular hours, and then you had maybe a watch at night once a week, then I was off. So I go downtown, go where I want to go, and sing in the clubs. Well, not many clubs in El Centro, California, but I continued to sing all the time. And I guess I've always sang. Then when I got out, I came back. I was a military, Navy, and U.S. Navy, and came back home, stayed a while, and went back to California, and started singing, and just started getting jobs, and did some recording, and I guess I didn't have the connection. In this business, to really get all the way out there, you got to be connected. Yeah. And being a country boy, I just enjoyed it, and people said, he doesn't know who he is, He doesn't know what he's worth. And couldn't nobody stop me, I was just singing and having fun. Yeah. And I still sing and have fun.
Oh, good.
That's the main thing.
What brought you to Texas?
I came back home.
Oh, so
I
you're
came
from
back
Texas,
home.
and then you went to California and
Yeah.
then came
See,
back.
I was born in Russ, Texas, out in the country.
Very nice.
George Bradford High School, graduated from there. So this is home. But I came back. I eventually got custody of 2 boys I came back and went to work after that, after being out. But that was temporary. I was always going to run back, where it was really happening. But it's happening here in Texas.
It
Yeah,
is.
it's
It really
happening.
is.
Yeah, even more now. But this Texas is a big Austin, Tyler, even. It's going on.
So, East Texas Jazz Orchestra is based out of Tyler, Texas.
Right.
How did you two come together?
Well, I'd heard a lot about the orchestra. Big bands have always been something that attracted me. I like big bands, the sections, and and singing behind them, just push you, and I have that kind of voice, to work with a lot of instruments. They don't overpower me. And I heard about them. A friend of mine, matter of fact, Rusk, Texas boy, Joe Teague, was playing with the band, and he talked about rehearsals. I said, Joe, what? He said, well, we talked about it. Finally, I said, where are you rehearsing? Tell me where. And he did, and I came by and did a number with the orchestra, and they liked me, and I liked them. So
And the rest is history,
yeah, that's
right?
right.
As
Here
they
we
say.
go.
Yeah.
So we've recorded. I'm on a CD with the orchestra, and I think it's great, and we're selling.
Oh, good.
And
Well,
we're
they
working.
seem to enjoy you very much, and so do the audiences.
Oh yes, yes. I
Recently-
love the audiences, and it just comes right back to me.
Recently, East Texas Jazz Orchestra won the award for Best Jazz Group in East Texas.
Deservingly so.
Very deserving.
Very,
So.
yeah.
Yes.
We've got some great players, and of course, we can't overlook our director, who has a wonderful facility for us to rehearse in, and he's the drummer with the for the
Yes,
group.
he is. This is his drum set
He's
right
on it.
here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I hadn't really known. But yeah, there it is. Yeah.
But it's so amazing to hear you up there. What would you say if you were to place your voice within 2 or 3 very famous vocalists? What would you say your voice is a combination of?
Well, you think about range. I would think, of course, Nat King Cole was my favorite singer
I
back
can hear that
then.
in your voice.
Yeah,
Yes.
Nat King Cole, of course. I like Frank Sinatra, Tony Bennett, Billy Eckstine, people, Joe Williams.
Okay. And B.B. King.
B.B.
as
King,
well.
and Bobby Blue Bland.
Yes.
Yeah, Bobby
Yes.
Blue Bland. Johnny Taylor.
Oh, also.
Oh, of course, Ray Charles. We're doing a couple of Ray Charles charts.
Do you?
And I think the audience, we're hitting the audience with them, and they're hitting us back. And yeah, Ray Charles, we're doing Every Day I Have a Blues, that every blues singer more or less has done it. And Joe Williams had a hit on the jukebox with it, he with the Count Basie Orchestra. So, and we're doing Farther On Up the Road, which was a big hit for Bobby Blue Bland. We're doing, can't think for a moment.
It happens.
We're doing the granddad of all the blues, Stormy Monday. And we're even doing a chart that's a blues chart on a tune that I wrote the lyrics. So we're doing I Want My Baby Back.
I
Yeah.
love that one.
Do you?
I really do.
I like it. Swings the way Mac kicks it off, and I like, it's really sad. You like it too?
I do. I love it so much.
I Want My Baby Back.
I love watching everybody's reactions to you in the audience.
Right.
When they first hear your voice, they think, "Oh, well, that's interesting.
Mhm.
How does he sing?" And then you sing,
Mhm.
and then everyone just stops talking, and they just immediately look to the stage, and they watch you, and they come up and dance,
Yeah.
and it's beautiful to see. It
Well,
really
it's,
is.
it's look at you. I mean, that really makes me feel good because you're there all the time.
I am there all the time.
And you do a wonderful job with the camera and so forth.
Well, thank you very
And,
much.
and you do it in such a manner it's not distracting.
I try
Because
to.
the camera can kind of it's a distraction if it's not done properly.
That's
But you're
true.
there and you're just there.
Well, thank you very much.
And-
Well, if anybody wants to see Charlie sing with the East Texas Jazz Orchestra, just check online, check on Facebook. They have all of their upcoming shows, and it is a blast. So come on
November
over.
2nd,
What's that?
November 2nd at Moore Store
Yes,
in
that is our
Ben
next
Wheeler.
one.
That's
Yeah.
right. But we might do something before then. You never can tell as much as we're wanted now that we've won the award too. But
Yeah.
we're growing. We're really jumping out there.
Well, they have new things all the time, so come on over to one of their shows and check it out. We've got existing songs that people just love to hear, as well as new material all the time. So come on to one of our shows. We'll see you there.